Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. In the last episode, we were able to look at the top 5 prospects in our farm system, and I think it went pretty well. We got a very good overview of who we may want to call up next. Those 5 guys, I think, all did pretty well. Obviously, there's some user error in the hitting department, but that's mostly on me, not on them. The hitting just with timing is very frustrating, but I think it adds a good layer of difficulty to the franchise. Before we get into the video, I just want to ask you all to go ahead and drop a like and hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. It helps out the channel so much. And if you all want to be notified when the next video drops, go ahead and hit that bell. No harm if you don't do that, but please go ahead and drop a subscription and hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. So getting into the video today, we have got almost all the way through May. We have 3 games left. We actually kind of went on a tear here in May. I think we're like 16-10 so far in the month, which is absolutely absurd. I don't think we've had a month that good since I took over the franchise. And you can see here we're only 3 games back off the division lead. We're sitting right at 500, so not a terrible season. I do believe surprisingly, we're only 2 games out of the wild card. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that we can make a little run and get ourselves into the playoffs, and that would be an absolutely immense thing for the franchise if we can make it into the playoffs. We get a little bit more money from it and stuff like that. It would be really awesome. Taking a look at the players, we did miss like basically a month of gameplay from the major leagues. Taking a look there, had a little bit of a snafu with Noah Schultz, so we had to go like a week extra, but it is what it is. As we have Robert Jr. at 88 overall, he did drop a little bit, not batting too hot. 204, it's not really going to do it. I don't know what we're going to do with him. That is a season we'll have to make an offseason. But Gleyber Torres, our offseason signing, 14 home runs, 42 RBIs, a 356 average. We have him until 2032 on only $16.2 million. He has an OPS of over 1,000. Slugging is 609. Like, this man is going crazy. He is dropping a little bit in overall. I do want to take a look at the league leaders. Oh my gosh, he has the best batting average in the league, has the most hits. Oh my goodness, and Pena or Jimenez having a good season too, having 222. Oh, that's at bats, not great, but I mean, he is having a good season with 315 average, with just under 940 OPS. Just like, you can't really go wrong with them. I'll be honest. Eloy Jimenez has 14 homers. Gleyber Torres is also tied for 5th with 14 homers. Hopefully we'll sneak them into the home run derby. That would be very cool if we can get that done, but we'll see. I think we're probably out of the top 8 in total. Maybe we can slug a little bit better going into the rest of the season, but who knows. Super excited about all those guys. Now our pitching has been the best. Crochet just got under 4 ERA, I think, on his last start. Leclerc sitting right around 5. He does have 15 saves and only 20 innings of work, so I don't know, a little bit of concern. I think he's leading the league in saves, which with an ERA that high, I mean, he's probably been destroyed in like 2 games, so it shoots a ERA up a lot. Teoscar Hernandez batting a hair under 280, which is exactly what we want him to do. Not too bad. Danny Jansen, another free agent signing that's absolutely killing it, around 290. You can't just go wrong with that. Flattery, a 4.54. Not the best for sure, but I think he keeps us a little bit competitive on the mound there, so it is what it is. Schaffen not doing too bad out of the pen. Chris Martin, Chris Martin, 10.13 ERA, 2.13 WHIP. It's just like, what happened, man? Your last 2 years were absolutely dominant, but this year with us, it's just like non-existent. He's 6'8". I didn't even realize. He's a tall guy. So hopefully he can turn it around, but we shall see going forward into the season. And that is all the guys. So yeah, not too bad to start the season. So we're going to go ahead and crack straight into it and just see where we can get. We want to try to get to the All-Star break. Not sure if that will happen, but we shall see. As Eloy Jimenez is on a 22-game hit streak. That's absolutely absurd. And I feel like we're going to shoot ourselves in the foot here and ruin it for him. We'll see, though. As we're up 7-1 in Arizona. That's not bad. I mean, that's great. Not bad. It's great. Killing it down here. As Eloy Jimenez takes one deep into left field. But the way the left fielder is running, it's not going to be a hit. Kind of fooled us there. I thought he got a really, really good rip. I thought he was going to be able to drive it over the head, but it's not. And that will be the end of his 22-game hit streak. Unfortunate, but we do get the win, which is what matters the most. I love the accolades as much as the next guy, but wins is what we care about. Championships is what we're striving for. So, 22-game hit streak, if we get to get that up to get a win, not too upset about it. As Teoscar Hernandez needs a triple to hit for the cycle. 3 for 3 today, a homer, 2 RBIs. Not too bad with Montgomery on first base. He does get a good rip here, but it looks like it's just going to be a little blooper even if it gets down, and it doesn't get down anyways. That is a good play by, is that Nick Castellanos? Maybe, maybe not. Not really sure. Didn't get a good look at his face. Oh, as we come back with a late 9th inning tie game. 3 runs in the 9th. And then we get 2 in the 10th, and we come back down 6-3. 18 hits by the boys. The player of the game is Luis Robert Jr. Maybe he heard us. He hits a homer and a double. I want him to push that average up very, very high if he can. Oh, that one's awesome. Super excited about that. Maybe we are starting to come around. Maybe we're going to really run for the division lead here shortly, because we are having an absolute hot May. Yeah, man, we're just killing it. Absolutely destroying the competition in May. As we do lose the last game in May, but we're only 2.5 games back. Getting into a moment where the bases are loaded for Andrew Benintendi. He has an 0 for 3 day, but one swing of the bat could turn around for us and for him today. And I need him to come through with the hit, and he does get a good swing at one, but unfortunately that will just go right to the first baseman. We were able to go on a 3-game win streak to start off June after we dropped our last game in May before we got into this, as we do not get one back here as Meadows hits a 2-run home run to get the Tigers a win here in Chicago. I think was it a 4-game series? I think it was a 4-game series, and we won 3-1. We can fact check that. No, it was a 3-game series. We won 3-1 or 2-1. So we did take the series win. Unfortunately, was not able to get that sweep as we would like to see against a division rival. But you're never going to be upset about taking 2 games from him either. We've dropped 2 of 3 so far to the Braves. We have a chance to at least not get swept here today in Atlanta with 2 runners on. Jesse Chavez is at the bump. Hopefully we can take him for a ride and put us up late in the game and sneak out a win. With a 13-pitch at bat, we get the walk. Finally get the walk here, as they will change pitchers to get a lefty on lefty matchup against Benintendi, who is a 1 for 4 on the day. Not exactly sure who he faced today so far, but I would assume he's not going to have a good a hot hand right now. Bases loaded, 1 out. Just need a sac fly to put us up 1. He's throwing straight heat up in the zone, and that is always giving us trouble. And that is in the air, but it doesn't look like it's going to score him. I think we send him. And here we go with 49 speed. We're going to make the run. That's a decent throw, but he is safe at the plate, and we are up 1. Benintendi gets a sac fly late in the game, and hopefully that will do it for us here, and we'll be able to walk away with the victory. But we'll have to wait and see, as Nicky Lopez is the next in the box, as he will face a lefty as well in AJ Minter. Oh, as we swing at a fastball that is at least 6 inches, if not a whole foot, out of the zone. But we do go up 1 run as Leclerc comes in to take the save. Or has he pitched for a full inning? He might have pitched for a full inning. So he might be on for the win. Who knows? But he will be facing, is that Acuna? No, Arcia. Orlando Arcia at the plate. And he gets strikeout number 1 here. I don't know if that's strikeout number 1. Not going to tell me. Lovely. Not going to tell me, so we look kind of stupid if it's not. But he does get a strikeout to sit down Orlando Arcia. And we'll be facing the power hitter, Marcell Ozuna. He can really take one for a ride, so we need to stay away from that bat. Ooh, he wanted to let that one go. That could have rung him up there. But he swung and got it anyways. Ooh, and he takes strike 3 looking, and that is back-to-back strikeouts to get Leclerc out of the game with the win. I think he was on for too long to get the save, but we shall see. Yeah, he does get the win. A 2-inning outing for Leclerc, and he gets the win. Jesse Chavez is issued that loss. But lucky for us, we were able to get that sac fly from Benintendi to put us up one. We will still win in Atlanta as we go 2 games above 500. As we will be taking on the Cubs, who are 37-30 here next. As speaking of the Cubs, they offer us Pete Crow Armstrong for Noah Schultz. Oh man, last year I was talking up Pete Crow. He's only 23. Not having a good year so far. So we'd have another miserable center fielder on our roster, and I don't know if I can handle that. Noah Schultz is definitely our next up guy. He's 21. Oh, yeah, we're not trading him. If he was older, I was thinking of Drew Thorpe. He's 24, not that high, but yeah, Noah Schultz still has at least 3 years to develop behind the age of Crow Armstrong. And I just don't think Crow Armstrong offers us much, honestly. I will say, as Flaherty has a shutout going in the 7th inning, going to come on to see if we can get through the 8th and the 9th to give him that shutout against the whole town rivals and give us that easy win here. But I will say we do need to make some trades this year. We didn't really make any last year. We weren't competing, so I didn't. Oh, no. I hung that slider, and that'll be the end of the shutout. They'll probably take me out as he is punching air, kicking air, everything. As they're going to go for 3, and they're going to get it. Oh, man. 2 pitches into the game, and they have already scored 1 and put 1 on third, and that will be the end of the day for Flaherty. So, yeah. Oh, and they come back and kill us. Given I think that they probably would have won anyways if, say, a Suzuki would have hit a run. We can't score anything, say we're live. So, it is what it is. But speaking of trades, I think we need to make some pretty hefty trades. As Soroka is going for a shutout in back-to-back games. Hopefully this turns out a little better than the last one. We're 8th in the league in home runs this year. That's freaking awesome to see. Love that. But yeah, trades. I keep getting distracted. As he gets one right up the middle, man. And that'll be an RBI. Oh, we're up 9-1 though. Hopefully they keep us in. No, they're not going to. Man, 2 pitches in to both shutouts, and they ruin it. Oh my gosh. They come back and almost, they come back from a 9-0 deficit and bring it to 10-8. But luckily, we still are able to get the win. So we'll split one with the hometown rivals as Leclerc gets a save. Absolutely insanity in the 8th and 9th innings. But again, before I get interrupted for another time, trades. We need to make trades. We didn't make trades last year. But if we can compete this year, especially in the division, if we're close, we're going to have a very busy trade deadline. I want to give us the opportunity to win here. Oh, love to see that as the Tampa Bay Rays are wearing their City Connect uniforms, the best uniforms in the league as of right now. That's awesome. I'm glad they added them to the game. That definitely puts them like in first place for jerseys, I feel like, in the game, because like that's just such a cool jersey. Like there's literally no team beating it right now. Even as we strike out Paredes. Don't know him. He's not on my team. Haven't learned his name. As we strike him out to get the save. But yeah, their jersey's so cool. Like that's a Stingray, but it's also a bridge. And then they have the Stingray on the freaking skateboard. Like such a cool jersey. I love it. I wish more teams would do really cool stuff like that, which I don't even know if they actually make their own. I think it's the MLB, or not the MLB, Fanatics and Nike. I'm sure that they have some input, but how much input, I'm not sure. Let me know if y'all know how much, if they have input at all, or if it's just all of Nike doing all the decisions. As Robert is a double away from a cycle. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to be able to get the win today, but at least if he could get the cycle, that'd be cool something to showcase in the thumbnail. I haven't had a cycle yet. He did get the hardest thing out, the triple and the home run, so we just need to double now. He's quick enough to do it. Oof. As we could have capitalized there on the ball up in the zone. Another one right there, right below base belt level. Unable to really get a good T-swing off. As a slider that hung with good timing and a contact swing results in a foul ball. Oh my. We should have taken that slider yard. We do not get the double, but we do get a walk, which puts us, the team in a better position to win. But we're unable to do anything with it. And the Tampa Bay Rays have gotten one back from yesterday. Curtis Mead with a 4-for-4 day, 2 home runs and a double. He got us. He had our number today. Again, facing the Rays a week later, though, we simulated and actually got through a pretty big portion of the month without having to. Had a pretty big portion of the month done as we get a bunt pop up to get the first out of the inning. Super beneficial there. Love when a bunt turns into an easy out and not a sack out. Ooh, another strikeout. Not another. The first strikeout of the night will be a fastball up in the middle looking as we get another strike right back to back. Jose Leclerc has been a breath of fresh air. He hasn't had a dominant season in terms of ERA, which ERA is not a telltale sign for pitchers, especially relievers, just because you can have one bad game and you pitch one inning every other day, and it just throws your ERA off. You can still have 20 saves. He has a lot of saves, leading the league or division at least, I believe. So I mean, you can't just go wrong with that if he's having a ton of saves like that. We're in close games, so that helps a lot as well. But he still has to come in and perform in some tight circumstances. Ooh, as Reese McGuire gets a T-swing off. But luckily for us, that will be early on the bat. And he pops up one there as Corey Lee should make the play in foul territory. And that'll be yet another save for Leclerc on the season. He is hopefully going for the record. I hope he gets the record with 21. He's not going to get it. I thought he was higher. He had 20, I feel like, a couple weeks ago. But yeah, 21 on the season, not too bad. Hopefully it leads this league. We'll go check that real quick. It did not lead the league, but he is tied for 7th, which is good enough for me. I'm not upset about that. The Cubs are desperate to get Pete Crow Armstrong out of Chicago. They won. They won no Schultz bad. They made the same exact trade like 2 weeks ago, and we turned him down once. We're going to turn him down again. As one of our recent draftees will go down with a broken ankle, and he'll be out for a month or two. He'll enter the 60-day IL as Jansen comes off the recent injury setback. As Brooks Baldwin goes down with the torn calf, we are having a very injury-prone end of June here. As Yomakata comes off the IL, we have went on a 7-game skid. I think we're 39-43 now. Definitely have dropped below 500, which is never ever good. But Corey Lee has a chance to turn that around as he has 2 on in the top of the 9th against the Detroit Tigers. He does get one up the middle. Oh, but that looks like it's going to be a double play. But it's not. We do get the sack, ground outfielder's choice. And that'll be a tie ball game here in Detroit as Fletcher comes up. Good timing on that swing. Hate to see that there's an out, but it gets a run across, so he did his job at the very bare minimum for sure. As Fletcher sneaks one second base. But he will range all the way into the outfield to get that and make the play. As we have come back, Torres hits an RBI single in the 10th as Leclerc looks to come on to get another save, I do believe. As Christian Walker gets an absolute rocket out to left field, but he'll stay in the park. But the runner does tack up, and he will run for third, and he'll get there safely. So we have 1 away with 1 on third. Hopefully we can keep them from scoring here. As a 98 fastball freezes Baду. As a 2-seamer away gets him a swinging pop out into foul territory. And that'll be 2 down. Runner on third. 1 out away from getting Leclerc. Another save, not even opportunity. Oh, that's a swinging strike. They don't call it. Oh, you got to give that to us. You got to give that to us. As we don't get the check swing there, but we do get back with that up even to 2-2 pitch in the zone. Went a little crazy there. But slider got away from us. And hopefully this is the pitch to do it. And that will be another save for the Leclerc. That's a fly out to left field to Teoscar Hernandez. That'll be another win for the boys after a 7-ish game slide. I don't even know. It was so long. We were simulating the background. I was just like, just seeing L. I'm like, oh my goodness. After we've had such a good month and a half. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 6. I can't count. 6-game slide here. With only 2 weeks left before the All-Star game, we're going to keep it pushing. We might, maybe, take a look at a full game, depending on how far or how long this runs. Getting into another moment, Glaber Torres is up to bat against Johan Duran. All last year he was beating us up, but hopefully Glaber Torres can turn around and drive in this run in the bottom of the ninth and get us back tied. And the ball gets past him, and we're going to advance to third base. So a sac fly will score a run, as long as we don't get 2 outs before that. Johan Duran leaves a cutter, or a 12-6 curveball up in the zone, and Glaber Torres will deliver, and the game will go tied. A blown save by Duran as Robert Jr. comes to the plate. Looks like that, if I can read the outfield score. I could just check this. He's batting .223, so he's went up 20 points since the last time we checked. And that is extremely good as a fastball blows right by us. That was some hot heat coming out of there. Oh, as we get a check swing, 12-6 curveball gets us. And it'll sit us down. Wasn't a terrible at bat. We fought off some pitches, just weren't able to do anything. Eloy Jimenez is 2 for 3 today, so he's absolutely killing it. 306 on the season, which is just amazing compared to last year. I think he batted around 200 something. That will be a stiff line drive. 102 on the pitch and 102 off the bat. Unfortunately, the ball doesn't get down. That would have, I don't know if that would have scored him if it got to the wall. Maybe. But at least got us to third base with Danny Jansen up. Danny Jansen with a nice little blooper. Get down, and it's going to get down. As Glaber Torres with only 39 speed is going to advance to third base on that little blooper. They were playing very, very deep on that by Jansen. I see we'll keep the inning going, and they'll bring in John Stalmont. Looks like he's not having a good year. I always say that, and then I look at the ERA, and I'm just like, whoa, just kidding. Ooh. As that ball almost takes his shoulder off. He should have leaned into it a little bit. Get bases loaded. Would have been nice. Oh, as we swing at that pitch. Why did we swing at that? Oh, bad decision by me as he's hyped up going back to the dugout. But we do tie the game up as Thorpe is here in the 10th with the runner on first and second. He is getting tired. Ooh, as we get a call there. 1 out. We're going to look to get through the inning with Thorpe, who's not having a great year so far. I think his ERA is up around 6, but he does get the strikeout there on Schobel. That'll be number 2. But yeah, he's not having a great year. ERA is around 6, or at least it was at the time I looked last week before we simmed a little bit. I would love to get that higher. I know it feels like batters do better in certain positions. Maybe pitchers do better in certain roles. Maybe if we start him, he'll do a little better. Who knows? But just right now, it doesn't really have a place for him on the rotation, so he's stuck in the bullpen. But definitely wanted to get him up still. As Fletcher, the speedy Fletcher, will be able to get there and make the play to keep the game tied going into the bottom half of the inning. 2 outs away here. Luis Robert in the batter's box with Fletcher on third base. Oh, he does get a good rip, but it looks like it's not going to be anything productive, and it will be a fly out to center. Wasn't a terrible hit, a little late on it, but was able to drive it. As Joe Barlow takes the mound. Again with 2 runners on and 1 out away. And we'll get the double play, hopefully. Yeah, 13 speed over there. That'll be easy double play for the boys. And we're out of another tough situation. As we move on, and Fletcher hits a 2-run home run to win us the game. Let's go, baby. He was on third base too, and the bottom of the 12th. He's 1 for 6 and gets the player of the game. Honestly, everybody's not having a great day. Shout out Fletcher for hitting that walk-off. Never going to be too upset about that. As Jimenez has a chance to bring home Glaber Torres on third base. 1 out left, or 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Hopefully we can deliver here. Sack fly, whatever, just get him home. All that matters to tie us back up. He did have a 2-run homer in the second. So maybe we can recreate some of that here. 3-0 count. What do we do on a 3-0 count? Put the controller down. Hands off the controller. We don't swing at a 3-0 count like I did like 2 games ago as we get a walk. Walk a walk. That does put the double play into question. I always think I shouldn't do pinch runners, but maybe in this situation I should. But with Jansen being so slow, I don't think it'll really matter if you get a hard hit ball to second or short. Just a sac fly. Just get it out of the field, infield, get a sac fly. Oh my goodness, and we swing at that. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my goodness. As Andrew Vaughn comes back, he does have a lot of clutch, I think. So hopefully he can drive one in here. Well, he does get a good rip. He does have 77 clutch, but it'll be a ground out to end the 8th inning. If I didn't have that terrible, miserable swing with Jansen, maybe we do something there, get on base, maybe walk, whatever, get bases loaded. Probably would ended a ground out, double play anyways, but who knows. Coming up to the last week before the All-Star break, we go on a little bit of a win streak there. As Colson Montgomery has an 0 for day with 1 out, bases juiced in the top of the 10th in Cleveland. He has a chance to deliver here. Hopefully he can. He is in 2 spots. He's batting 245, not bad for a rookie. 11 homers, 29 RBIs. Again, not terrible from the leadoff spot, or not leadoff, second position in the order. Oh, he has a chance to get some more as we swing at that splitter very early. Even a sac fly here should get him 1 RBI. Oh, as they don't give us anything. That was very close. Very close on the black there. As he hits one right up the middle. Oh, no, it'll be a double play. Ground out. That sucks. That sucks a lot. I thought he was going to be able to sneak it through the infield there. As the Guardians will get one on a sac fly by Bo Naylor. I was about to say, I don't know which Naylor it was. There's 2 of them. Maybe put that first initial on there. Teoscar Hernandez has 2 homers today, as we are still down 1 run with his 2 homers. Both solo shots. Hopefully he can get one here to tie it up. That would be super, super beneficial for us. As 3 straight sliders will strike us out. As the Manuel Clase gets the save, and Drew Thorpe gets the loss with 2 earned runs and only 1 1/3 innings of work. We are kind of going on a big skid here, as we are going to enter the game with Teoscar Hernandez again on an 11-game hit streak that is in jeopardy in the 9th. We are up on the Yankees. The Yankees are definitely taking a skid this year. We could have definitely had a better cut there, but it is what it is. But we do get the win. That's what matters the most. As Robert has a 2-homer day, 5 RBIs, doing it all for the team. As the Yankees are 41-53, have a worse record than us, so they're in dire straits out there in New York. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the futures game today, as we have 2 players in it, Samuel Zavala and Jacob Gonzalez, which is pretty good for us since we have them both in our prospect pool. We have Matt Shaw, 77 overall, 8 potential, 23 years old. He needs to be in the majors. What's going on? He just got moved. I think he just got moved up to AA, or maybe he just got moved down because he's batting 800 and he's only got 5 at bats. But 4 for 5 is kind of crazy. I don't know who we want to do. We'll do Zavala. We did Jacob Gonzalez last year, and he actually did have a walk-off in that game, a double and a walk-off single, I believe. So that was super, super awesome. So we'll take a chance with Zavala this year. Hopefully, we don't have to worry about Jacob Gonzalez being in it next year. Hopefully, he can get the call up, but who knows? As the All-Star game this year is in Atlanta, in the Braves Stadium. As an 0 for 3 2-day gets worse as we ground out. 2 ground outs and a strikeout so far. Nothing really of note as we get pinch hit in, I don't know what inning, but we get pinch hit, and it's an 0 for 3 day. Let's look at Jacob Gonzalez to see what he did. Also an 0 for 3 day. So the White Sox boys not really doing anything, unfortunately. Hopefully we can change that in the All-Star game. I'm curious to see who our All-Stars are going to be. Always like it kind of being a surprise. As Crochet has a shutout going into the 9th inning here. We're up 6-0 against the Yankees. As Verdugo's up to bat. Yankees only have 3 hits today, so this could be our 46th win if Crochet is able to dominate on the hill for one more inning. As a liner into the gap will be a base hit as he's rounding for second base, but that's a good throw into the plate, and we get him, or not play into the bag, and we will get him as he rounds for second base. Trying to turn that single into a double, but Robert Jr. gets a good throw off, and that'll tag him out there at second base to save us from having a runner on. They do get hit, still counts as a single, but oh, well, as Christian Royal takes a T-swing and gets a homer off of us, and that should be the end for Crochet. So no shutout. That'll be the 3rd blown shutout by me. Maybe we just need to stop playing shutout moments. But anyways, we still do get the win as they only score 1 run in the rest of the inning. So it's not too bad. 8 and a third, 1 run earned. That's not a bad night for Crochet. Would have loved to have been able to get that complete game shutout though. But with that, that'll do it for us. This one, we are at the draft, and we will take a look at that next time. We will get into the draft. We will get into the All-Star game and hopefully the home run derby again. I don't know if we have somebody in it. I would love to see Torres and or Jimenez in it. They both had around 17 to 18 home runs about 2 weeks ago, so maybe they got up to that 20 mark and snuck in there at the end. But with that, I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Don't forget to drop a like and a subscription down below. I'll really appreciate it. And with that, I'll catch you all in the next one.